Welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Staff. Cleveland Browns insider Mary Kay Cabot has done the unthinkable. She is really out here exposing Dillon Gabriel's flaws and still trying to sing Shedeur Sanders' praises. But we got to unpack all that here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, I'm here to tell you, man, y'all's girl, Mary Kay Cabot, the Cleveland Browns insider, man, she is something else, man. Mary Kay Cabot is now out here walking back and got the retreat dribble and backpedaling on everything that she said good about Dillon Gabriel when she saw Dillon Gabriel in training camp and practice. Now, we've done plenty of shows talking about Mary Kay Cabot on the things that she has said about Shedeur Sanders here recently, because this all started taking place after the Cleveland Browns traded away Joe Flacco. And what happened was Mary Kay Cabot started writing stuff and tweeting stuff about Shedeur Sanders, the elite arm talent, the accuracy, the pinpoint placement of his passes, giving wide receivers and tight ends and running backs chances to catch the ball. We've seen that. We knew Mary Kay Cabot went up to Shedeur Sanders' pro day in Colorado alongside of Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry. And Mary Kay Cabot knew all this information, and she did not want to say anything about Shedeur Sanders. But now, all of a sudden, she's starting to be very open about what she sees in Shedeur Sanders. And see, what's crazy about it is she was one of the ones, along with Kevin Stefanski, because we know Kevin Stefanski is Dillon Gabriel's guy. And Mary Kay Cabot was piggybacking off of some of the things that Kevin Stefanski said about Dillon Gabriel. He's more ready to go than Shedeur Sanders. He's picked up the playbook faster than Shedeur Sanders. And Mary Kay Cabot seemed to be on this Dillon Gabriel train. But see, over these last couple days and these last couple weeks, she's really been advocating for Shedeur Sanders. Now, we produced a show about Mary Kay Cabot, and a lot of folks said, you can't trust Mary Kay Cabot. Mary Kay Cabot is going around here with her own narrative. But one thing I will give Mary Kay Cabot credit for is in these post-game press conferences and the media availability to these coaches, especially Kevin Stefanski. She asks Kevin Stefanski the tough questions about Shedeur Sanders, and he can't answer them. And like I said about Kevin Stefanski, he really don't want to acknowledge Shedeur Sanders at all. He wants to hopscotch over the question and start talking about something else. That's why a lot of people were saying that Kevin Stefanski does not care for Shedeur Sanders, and he don't have Shedeur Sanders' best interests. So what happened is Joe Flacco got traded, and we saw Kevin Stefanski was hesitant to promote Shedeur Sanders to quarterback 2. And see, that was a call from up top from Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry that he had to promote Shedeur Sanders. So now we've saw a small sample size of Dillon Gabriel in 3 games. They're 1-2 in them 3 games. Last week's game against the Miami Dolphins, Dillon Gabriel didn't play a part in that victory. It was the defense and the running ability of Quinshon Judkins, and then the lights out defense. So Mary Kay was on the radio station this morning, and she was popping her shit. She was popping off. She was dissing Dillon Gabriel almost like exposing his flaws and singing Shedeur Sanders praises. And y'all won't believe what she said. But before we get off into that, we partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is a word from our sponsor.
Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us. And thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy.
Now, guys, with that being said, let's take a listen to what Mary Kay Cabot was saying on 92.3 The Fan this morning. Let's take a listen.
What have you thought of Dillon Gabriel through 3 starts?
Well, once again, I think it's hard to evaluate the passing game on Sunday. I think it's really hard to look at that and say, oh, geez, he didn't do this or he didn't do that in the passing game because of the weather conditions. I think any quarterback or many or most quarterbacks would have struggled in those conditions. And also they're having tackle issues. They're still having tackle problems. And that is not helping matters at all. The game before that, I thought he missed a fair amount of throws, too many of his throws, even though he was under tremendous siege in that game and he was hit 16 times and sacked 6 times. I still thought that there were throws, including the one where he rolled to the left and threw for Jerry Jeudy on the left side of the end zone, and that was wide. I think that he needed to hit a few more of those throws when he actually had the time to complete that pass. So that is what I would like to see from him going forward, is a little bit more accuracy, and not just in general, but particularly into the end zone or into the red zone. So those are the kinds of things that I think everybody needs to see from him.
Mary Kay Cabot joining us on PlainDealerCleveland.com. I'm just curious, where do you think Shedeur Sanders is as far as development in practice?
Listen to this.
I think his development has gone really, really well behind the scenes. That is what I'm hearing with the people that I've talked to. He's doing a really, really nice job. He's making progress in every way, including in all of those ways that they really needed him to, just in terms of being able to get the play articulated, to do some of those other pre-snap things, IDing the defense, and maybe helping to slide the protections and manage the motions and all the things that you have to do pre-snap to make sure that the whole process is going right. And it happens very fast, of course, at this level. And he's getting it. He's really coming along. Wow. And the thing about Shedeur, I've written this so many times, I've said it so many times, but he has elite accuracy. And that's the place where I think he has Dillon beat, is in the accuracy piece. But you have to be able to get to that point where you have time to throw that ball and you're getting it out fast enough so that you can get it there on time and all those kinds of things. But in a 7-on-7 drill, if you put those two up next to each other and you just started doing a red zone 7-on-7, I think Shedeur would win that drill most of the time. But that doesn't mean that he would be the better choice at quarterback right at this moment. It means that he has to put the whole package together.
Man, now you heard what Mary Kay Cabot had to say, man. And basically she's saying that the same things I've been saying, people that know and been following this channel and been locked in on this content, what have I been saying about Dillon Gabriel? Misses a lot of throws. Mary Kay Cabot just exposed that. I already exposed it. Now Mary Kay Cabot's piggybacking off of what I said. Misses a lot of throws. He missed Jerry Jeudy in the back of the end zone against Pittsburgh. He misses a lot of throws. But what I took out of that is what she said. I hope you guys paid attention. Shedeur Sanders picked that offense up. See, they lied to you and created a narrative that he didn't know the playbook. But another thing that she said that you guys had to pay attention to is about coming up under center, reading the defense, checking out of that, sliding the protection, knowing who the hot linebacker is, who's mic'd up. Shedeur Sanders knows all that. Have we saw Dillon Gabriel come up to the line of scrimmage? If he didn't like what the defense was in, have you ever seen Dillon Gabriel in these 3 games audible out, change the play? That goes to tell you that he's on a script with Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski is protecting him so he won't get himself in trouble, so he won't turn the ball over. But we've seen Dillon Gabriel throw some errant throws where he should have been picked off several times, but the defense has not held on to the ball. Mary Kay Cabot just exposed all Dillon Gabriel's flaws, his accuracy. And she keeps on talking about the pinpoint accuracy of Shedeur Sanders. She is singing this Shedeur Sanders praise all of a sudden. Mary Kay Cabot been knowing all this about Shedeur Sanders, but now you want to start talking about it because we're getting close to see Shedeur in an NFL game, a regular season game. So what you're trying to do is paint this narrative that if Shedeur goes in there and balls out, you knew it all along. You can't have it both ways, because you should have been saying this early in training camp when you saw the things that Shedeur Sanders was doing, not when it's getting close and convenient for you because he's about to step foot on the NFL field in a regular season game for the first time. For you to go to lengths to diss Dillon Gabriel like that and expose his flaws, letting everybody know what I've been telling y'all, that he is not accurate. He's a check down Charlie. Everything is scripted what he's doing, because what you said is Shedeur Sanders has a whole total package, and he has a whole grip on this offense where he can come up to the line of scrimmage when he gets in there. He don't like to play. He can check out of it, audible out, slide the protection over. If he don't like man coverage and they in a zone, he knows where the hot receiver is. Mary Kay Cabot. Y'all got to watch Mary Kay Cabot. She's not slick. I'm on to Mary Kay Cabot. I already know what she's doing, but I've been telling you guys this. So y'all guys get down in the comment section. I want to hear from y'all today what y'all think about what Mary Kay Cabot said, because I told y'all all along, why all of a sudden you want to start singing Shedeur Sanders praises? I see everybody in the comment section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.